Morning. So, morning, guys. This is the K8.com Classic Players Supreme Series Losers Round 1. So, this is a race to 8, and it's Jed Mann versus Greg Batten. So, lag 1 by Jed Mann, so we'll be hitting us off with a break. And you're going to have to bear with me a minute on the commentary because I'm on my own. This is Adam Kapow, Penwell speaking. But I've got a bacon and sausage sandwich to munch down first. So I'm going to eat that, and then I'll be back with you guys, and I'll give you a bit of commentary for this match. See you shortly. If you've got any comments, any questions, then chuck them on the chat box, and I'll see if I can answer them for you. So, morning guys. I've had me sandwich, and I'm back with you. So, obviously, first frame. Greg Batten at the table on yellows. So a bit more excuse me. Interesting to see how he plays this, because the natural angle is going to bring him towards the right middle. So put a bit of side on it. There we go. A bit of right hand side. Swing the ball round off 2 cushions. Black in the right middle. There we go. 1-0 Greg. So obviously it'd be Jed Mann to break. Obviously using the shark rack. No, it won't, sorry. Jed broke in the first frame, my apologies. It'll be Greg Batten to break off in frame 2. Using the shark rack. On this beautiful coloured grey cloth. Plays very well. Obviously I played 2 games on it yesterday. Won my first round game. Unfortunately lost my game last night. So I'm not back on until about 2:15 this afternoon. But yeah, the cloth's playing very nice. Nice and responsive. Get a nice reaction. What I have found is several of the players, certainly yesterday, were taking a few frames to get used to it, judge the speed, get things correct. And once they got that, then there's some great games that were on yesterday. Obviously, you should see 4 games that are being streamed today as the day progresses. I'm not sure if there's 4 on at the moment, but on the main arena table is Phil Harrison versus Lee Clough. Oh, that's got commentary. And obviously on this table is Jed Mann versus Greg Batten. And you've got myself commentating just on my own. Billy no mates this morning, so I wasn't going to do any commentary this morning because I did a fair bit yesterday. But they've dragged me in. So I'll try and do my best for you guys. If you've got any questions, then pop them up in the chat. I'll try and answer them for you. And yeah, away we go. So obviously Greg 1-0 up at the table. Nice finish in his first frame to take a 1-0 lead. So obviously there's bottom on the cue ball, screw back out past that yellow. So Greg would be he'd be expecting to finish these from there. Let's see how he judges the pace. Let's see how good his cue ball control is. So it's probably a little bit shorter than what he wanted. If he could have gone another couple of inches, he'd have been absolutely perfect. But still shouldn't be a problem. He's got plenty of options here. Just depends which way he wants to go. He'll probably play yellow to the. Well, he's got several options. He could either play yellow to the left middle, then yellow to the left middle, and go from there. Or if it was me, I'd play yellow to the bottom right. There you go. So he's playing yellow to the bottom right. Swing it round off of 2 cushions. Or is he going to hold it? 1, 2. So ideally, he wants. There you go. Perfect. So obviously he's going to play the first one of those 2 yellows. He's going to play into the right middle. It probably stun into the red. A little cannon on the red, which will leave him probably just a slight angle on the second yellow to the middle. There we go, little cannon. So probably a bit maybe not quite sure how straight that is. Not from where I'm sat. But if he's got a little bit more angle than he wanted, which he has, because I can see by looking through the window. So what he's going to do, he'll screw this white ball back past the red, about 6 inches to leave the yellow to the bottom left. So there we go. So a little bit of angle. Yeah, he's got a little bit of angle. He's got enough. So he can obviously put this yellow into the bottom left, almost stun the white over, to leave a delicate little tap on the black to the right middle. That's a little bounce. There we go. So he's got options, either a delicate little tap into the right middle, or he can slow roll it to the top right bag. And obviously with these new cloths, they do slide in off the cushions. So it just depends what he fancies. I reckon he'll just tuck it in the middle. Yeah, there we go. Should be 2-0 Greg Batten. However, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything on the scoreboard. So I'll just have a word. Right, I'm just going to leave you for a minute because the scoreboard. I'll leave you for a minute because the scoreboard's not on. So I'm just going to try and get that sorted out for you. Bear with me. Right, guys, I've just made a request to get the score sorted. The little iPad wasn't switched on properly. That's now been rectified. So the score has now been updated. Apologies there, guys. I didn't even realise that the streamers and the players hadn't switched it on. So that's now on. So the way all of these games work in the arena, in the match room, by the side of every table, there is a small little iPad. Both names are on it with a plus and a minus. So obviously every time a player wins a frame, he just hits the plus button, and that is then automatically live, updated, linked to QScore. So all the scores you see are live. I will give you an update on some scores as we progress through this match, but if you want to have a look for yourself, then go on to qscore.com. Click on the live button at the top, and you should be able to see Supreme Series or Players Pool events, and you can have a look at the scores for yourselves. So obviously Jed is at the table. Hasn't done anything wrong yet, hasn't put a foot wrong yet, but obviously, you know, Greg is such a steady, solid player. If there's a finish there, then he's going to take it out. Good yellow to the top left there by Jed. Give a little wriggle as it entered. So similar shot to the bottom left. There we go. Black to the middle for 2-1. So good solid start by both players. Both looking in form. Jed trailing 2-1. Greg to break. Mr. Ben Tanner is going to join me for a bit of commentary. Looks like he's, I'll put you on in a minute. Looks like he's come in from off the streets doing a bit of busking. That's his appearance. Morning, Mr. Tanner.
Good morning, Mr. Cabal.
How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, mate. Heavy night last night.
Heavy night last night. Well done yesterday, mate. Still in the winner's side?
Yeah, got to play Mark Farnsworth later.
Congratulations, mate. Well done so far. I'm not going to lie, I won't wish you luck for later because I've got Farnsworth in the Calcutta. So I'm not wishing you luck for that one.
Yeah, I'm a giant killer this weekend.
No, good work, mate. You started well. This game's right, mate. No mistakes yet. Greg, 2-1. Taken out 2 decent finishes. Jed's just taken out a decent finish to reduce the deficit by 1. Both looking decent form. Do you know anything about Jed, mate? Because I don't, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a snooker player, isn't he? 19. He was unlucky not to get on the tour this season. He lost in the semi-finals of the European under 21s. 3-0 up and lost 4-3.
Wow. Savage.
He's still got another 2 years left, so he should make it.
So is he a 147 man?
Yeah, he's had numerous 147s.
Wow.
Practices with all the pros down at the Southwest Academy in Gloucester. Got a beautiful table at his house as well.
Obviously a decent pool player as well then.
Well, you would expect so, wouldn't you, if he's a top snooker player, but sometimes it don't quite happen like that. But he's half decent at the pool as well. Monstrous break though. I know it didn't break off this one, but fingers crossed on this one. It should be yellows look like plop-ins.
Yeah, you expect him to finish these.
Take them out in the right order. Expect to leave that one down the bottom left-hand cushion for his last one to get on the black. Makes it easy if that yellow goes past the top yellow.
Flies in, doesn't it?
Yeah,
flies in.
Drop the one in the middle, take it up top left, top right, over the bag, and then down for the black.
Yeah, this is almost, it's pretty impossible to go wrong here. Impossible. I reckon I'd get these.
You're not playing in your bucket pockets anymore, pal.
To be fair, mate, I played quite well yesterday, to be fair, mate. I'm quite happy with how I played yesterday.
Just those breaks were a little bit too dry.
Yeah, mate, the second match was unbelievable. Even using that shark rack, I just couldn't. I think I made a ball off of one break. Well, you saw some of the match, didn't you?
I had the same issue against Eddie Barker. I'm really surprised I actually beat him now. 7 dry breaks. You
saw the match, mate. I've only potted off of one break and ended up losing 11-7. So I played quite well. But his break was played Sean's story, and you've seen it. His break was unbelievable, wasn't it? Yeah. His break was massive. Every time he hit the balls, it made me jump. It was just unbelievable. So a little stun shot.
Oh, there
we go. Back to the right middle. 2-2. Game on. So I got a good match here. Both players started well. And now we get a chance to see how monstrous this Jed Mann break is. Are you going to give it the commentator's curse?
Nah, mate.
Is he going to tap them and go dry?
The only person who tap breaks here is Liam, but he's got that down to a T. I was watching some of his tap breaks against Richard Toomey, and it was unbelievable how he hits the ball, and it just literally lands perfect every single time.
I was playing. I was having a game with Zach last night, Zach Shepherd, and funny enough, I can't remember who's playing today, but he's on the table now. I think a few tables away. You can see him, but he was practicing the tap break against me last night. Actually practicing it. It's quite interesting. I said, "What are you practicing that for?" He said, "For tomorrow."
For tomorrow.
I said, "Are you playing?" He did tell me, and I was like, "Have a word with yourself. What are you doing?"
I can't quite see.
What he's playing?
Yeah,
he's playing Robinson, Gavin Robinson.
He's currently 7-3 down to Gav as well.
Did Jed just break dry?
Commentator's curse, mate. You were right.
He broke dry. I can't believe you've done that to him. I'm going to tell him as well. Jed, his fault, pal. He said your break was the best in the game, and look what you've done.
I never said it was the best. I said he's got a monster break.
Beast. I found last night, when I had a practice last night, oh my God. I was cut breaking, it was unbelievable.
Potting everything off the break, right?
Oh, last night was unbelievable in practice. I need a bit of that this afternoon when I face either the winner of the game that's on the main arena table at the moment, which is Phil Harrison against Lee Clough. So I look forward to that one. Game I should be favourite in, of course. Favourite to lose.
Favourite to lose, yeah, that's it, mate. Any ball you can see is is he going to play safe or is he going to try and... No, he's just going to try and play safe. Still contained the shot there.
To be fair, over the course of the first couple of days, we haven't seen much tactical stuff at all.
It's these cloths.
Not much
These
at all.
cloths and the shark rack. 2 bigger breaks, they split perfect, even if you don't make a ball for the break. 9 times out of 10, players here capable of clearing out 1 visit.
Another containing safety. Yep.
All depends if the yellow by the red's going in the top right hand corner. He might try and snick that yellow into the middle pocket. Either one of the two, but it all depends on that yellow goes.
It's tricky, isn't it? The yellow by the black and the red's a bit of a tricky one as well,
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
if he flicks the one in the middle to the right, you could actually
cannon into that.
could dislodge it.
Can he get through to that red to the bottom right?
Oh, I think.
Is he swerving it?
A little bit of a swerve, it looks like.
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah,
oh, great effort, mate.
There's the white. He's right.
Great effort that was.
Well, that Nassau yellow's going that way as well now. Oh, he's going to play the plant and try and dislodge that red next to the black now. Yes.
Just checking that he's not going to cannon the black into the middle bag.
Make sure he doesn't put the black out of turn.
I thought that's something I don't do. I'd just get down and play that cannon. I probably wouldn't even look at that.
Always missed it. But
Still
he's
tied a few more balls up.
tied another one up as well. It's just going to turn into a little bit of a scrappy frame unless Greg tries something here. But that yellow down by the red, bottom right is naff.
Well, interesting is can he hit that yellow just to the right of the black to plant onto the yellow onto the red?
It's difficult to see from here, but
If it
it
goes,
does actually look like a plant.
if it goes, then
he is looking at it.
if it goes, it might be a shot worth playing. How close though does he go? Yeah, he's playing it.
He's playing
What a shout by Kapow. I've spotted it. I couldn't play it, but I've spotted it. There we go.
It's nailed
Good
it.
shot.
But now he's either got to take that one down the rail, he's got to take the one over the pocket and go for the one down the rail, and he's got to clear up from this visit.
Well, to be honest, from there, I should put him favourite. It's a tricky skill shot on the yellow to the bottom right on the red, isn't it? So, I should put him favourite for the frame at the moment.
That red next to the yellow. Looks like the red.
If he can pop this, he'll just...
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll let you.
He's going to put a bit of bottom right on this and screw into the red and the yellow. No, he's not.
He's not.
He's playing safe.
But that's...
Wow, that's flew off.
Not the best safety in the
Oh,
world.
that's absolutely flown off of there. Mr. Shepherd stood behind us. You're joking.
So basically, I gave him the break.
Shot there. 8-3. Lovely shot there. He's got the ball in the middle.
So Mr. Shepherd, Zach Shepherd, has just graced us with his presence. His tactics did not work, so he has used the tap break 3 times, and his opponent in reply decided to absolutely smash the balls. He then potted a ball and cleared up. So Zach's tactics of using the tap break has basically handed the break to his opponent. So he's basically broke every frame. So it didn't quite work out, did it, Ben?
No, it didn't there, mate. And with Jed's shot, I'll tell you what, you might have got away with that a little bit. Depending on that angle, take it long. Or does it go? He's shaking his head. It's gone into it. Oh, that's a wonderful shot.
Great shot, that is. He's played that with a load of bottom and a little bit of left, hasn't he? What a great shot. Yep.
Just gone past it and just cued it
Settle
away,
for that.
Jed, and that's 3-2 lead.
I think he played to Cannon the red full ball, but he'll settle for that. Snooker player doesn't miss these. There you go, look.
Tomato, tomato.
I'm so glad he didn't miss that when I said it. It's a good shot. Good shot. So Jed 3-2 ahead. Is this going to be like the game I commentated? One of the games I commentated on yesterday when it went 10-10.
It ain't going to go 10-10 because it's the losers round, so it's only first away.
Tested you, didn't I? Tested you. I thought I was going to catch you out then. I thought you were going to say, yeah, I reckon it could do. You're too switched on, mate.
Too switched on, mate.
Too switched on.
You know, I'm feeling like this, mate.
Race to 8. So are we going to see a 7-7? Could well do. Yeah, Steve Staniforth, great finish. Some great frames being played. Yeah, mate, totally agree with you. We've seen 5 frames so far, and all 5 have been quality. And I don't think either player's missed the ball yet, have they? No, missed the ball?
No,
I don't think so.
That last frame was a bit of safety.
A bit of tactical in that last
poor
frame.
safety and got punished for it.
But yeah, so far it's both players seem on form. So that makes it good viewing for you guys.
I think the only shot I see here is playing that yellow onto the red into the middle. Red to the balls.
That's what he's looking at, mate. That's what he's looking at. And if he makes this, you'd fancy him to run these out.
About an 8 or 10 at this one. It's pretty easy. The red's over the bag near enough. There you go. Ties up that yellow just in case anyway now. And the only hardish ball is that red at the top left, but it's off the cushion quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got enough options to get onto that, hasn't he?
Yeah, just drop
Not
it
an
in.
issue.
Drop it in, and I think that red by the top of the black goes to the bottom right just in case.
Depends what angle he's got here, doesn't it? I mean, if he can, it looks like he can pop that ball to the left of the black. If he can pop that and leave himself on that red to the left of the 2 reds, leave an angle to follow through with a bit of top and cannon towards the yellow.
Yeah, cannon.
And he's laughing. That's the way I think he'd play to go.
I'm guessing that
Not like that though. He
he's
obviously.
gonna that red passes the 2 yellows, drop that one in, and take that awkward-ish red.
Yeah, it's hard to see from here if that goes, isn't it? From the angle that we've got. Obviously, does go because that's what he's played on.
Yeah, flies in.
I don't think he'd play on the top red now. No, I don't think he would, because he would have been hampered by those 2 yellows together, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
So he stunned it in.
The issue you got now is if he misses the cannon and slips past it, he could end up snookering himself.
Yeah, he could be.
That's the only thing. When you start playing cannons with 1 ball, he's got to play this with position.
He needs to slow up. He's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
And that was the only problem, playing it like that. Drop this in, well, black and blue.
Can't tell from here how much angle he's got on that.
It's just
He's alright, isn't
yeah, he's perfect on it.
Yeah.
Don't have to do many harder on this table, which we see on all of the cloths really.
Well, that'll be another nice finish. Small stun off the side cushion, black in the left middle. For each.
There we are.
Another good finish. Decent this is, mate. Decent pull. Decent pull. And that's what you get here at the Players Supreme Series. Yeah, you've got players of a high standard. And if there's a finish, away they go. Whilst he's racking them up, I'll give you some scores from around the room if I can. So on the main arena, it is Phil Harrison and Lee Clough are 2-2. Ben Davis, Michael Smout, 4 each. Matt Lawrenson leads Aaron Davis 6-2. Jamie Morey leads Phil Milan 5-4. Jay Dewar 6-3 up on Geoff Middleton. Dylan Leary 6-3 up on Ross Smith. Zach Cooper has beat James Humphrey Jenks 8-2, so he's dispatched of him quite comfortably. McNamara 7-4 up on Chris Day. Ryan Clark 7-2 up on Mark Asprey. And obviously we've already told you that Gavin Robinson beat Zach Shepherd 8-3. Gareth Hibbert 3-2 up on Dew Hughes. Richard Toomey 4-1 up on Phil Naylor. And John McAllister 6-3 up on Jack Whelan. Yeah, Steve, totally agree with you, mate. Wouldn't surprise me at all if this went to a final frame decider, because obviously at the moment every opportunity that each player has had has been taken. So if you want to keep an eye on the scores yourselves, obviously get on to qscore.com, click on the live button at the top, and you should see the Supreme Series Players Pool events, where you can have a look at the scores. Like I said, all the scores are live. They're being updated live by the players themselves after every single frame by the use of that little iPad next to the table. So feel free. If you've got any questions for myself, the one and only Kapow, or Ben, I've won 2 games for the first time in a long time, Tanner, then feel free to
won 2 games this whole tour so far. No, I think I won 3, mate. I think that's about it. Put in no practice this time. Put in a little bit of practice, and that actually shows. Mate, all I came down here was to see Reggie Gill have a fight with James Jenks, but it never happened.
No, it didn't, mate. They were both in the same room last night, but they kept their distance, didn't they? There might have been words said from distance, but they never got close to each other. Someone told me on the quiet they were actually sharing a room last night as well. I think it was a joke.
I could imagine that. I think Reggie would have been on the floor in his sleeping bag.
Yeah, I think. So this is looking like another formality here, mate. Another finish.
Presuming that red just sneaks past the yellow.
Flies in, mate. Absolutely flies in.
You
see it from here, look.
The angle on the cat. Oh, yeah, you can.
That looks tidy. Tap, tap, tap.
Kapow.
And another kapow. And that'll be another finish.
And then it'll be great to break off as well.
These two are solid, aren't they, mate? Two solid players. And don't forget, obviously, this is the
someone has to lose.
yeah. Don't forget, this is the loser side, mind. So obviously, both of these players have lost their first round game.
Life already.
So obviously, they're on their second life now. One of these players after this game is going to be out of the event. Which means I've managed to stay in longer than one of these two.
Mate, this is the longest I've stayed in the competition. Normally,
likewise, pal. Likewise.
Normally by 4 o'clock I'm at home.
I'm normally absolutely smashed by now. So Greg leading 4-3 with the break. A medium pace break. He hasn't put as much into it as he normally does.
It's a dry one.
I think he's taken a little bit off that. Didn't hit that very hard at all. Finish on for Jed if he wants to mop these up. The reds are there.
A little bit of difficult position with that bottom red. I'm guessing it doesn't quite look like it goes. Bottom right is going to go straight into him.
Oh, he's going yellows.
Yellows.
No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yeah. This will all depend on how these break up.
And kapow.
Yeah, a bit of kapow. Kapow. He's just going to take the shark crack out of the way. Can he take it out of the way? Yeah, he's done it. So shark crack removed.
Now,
Yellows.
Can you see that one on the right hand side? Yeah, you can. Drop it in the middle.
Yellows in play. He's going to have to take his tricky ball at the rail, isn't he?
I think he is, but he's going to have to do. He's going to get quite high up in it with the white.
Or do you think he'll come back to it?
He might have to come back to it. And it's that dodgy getting back down the table with that yellow by the red up there.
Wanted to be a bit closer to it, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm presuming the black does go in the left middle, otherwise he would have tried dislodging it as well.
Also, though, does that yellow pass the red to the top right?
Yeah, it looks like it does.
Sure?
Yeah.
Don't know. Looks tight. It must do, or else you wouldn't have put the white there.
Told you, mate, it flies. Come on. Now, is he going to dislodge it a little bit or just get past it?
Played the cannon.
That's landed pretty nice.
That'll do.
That all depends if that black does actually go in the left-hand middle pocket.
Flies in, mate. Absolutely. If I can see it from here. Flies in. Oh, he thought he missed that. He thought he missed that.
And that is why he's not perfect on this yellow now.
He thought he'd give it a bit of twitchy McTwitcherson then. Black does fly in the middle, however, the angle he's got.
Can you get low enough? Can you get low?
I'm not sure where he's going in, mate.
I think he wants to try and screw into it,
Well,
or
he's going to have to.
Well, the question is, does that black go past into the bottom right? But if you can get low enough in it, if you know what I mean.
It does go into the bottom right, but the issue is getting onto it. That's the issue. He'd almost have to be. Well, we'll see. No, he doesn't like it. The shot for me, mate, is to try and screw into the red. Problem is, if he catches that half ball, he's going to flick the black out, and he could go in off in the left middle with the white. That has turned out nasty. And that is the first mistake we've seen. So we're 8 frame in, and we've got a mistake. He's gone big, and he's fouled. little exchange of words then. I'm not sure what it was. Something to do with the white ball. So obviously black ball rules. So it's 1 free visit and 1 shot. Obviously first visit he can play anything he wants. He can
Get the black out.
develop a red. He can get the black out. He can do whatever he chooses. So
Develop any red, just get the black out, make it a lot easier.
make the black an easier shot.
But that's
It's not nice.
not the best. Now he's got to play this thin one, or is he going to try and play with a hamper and pot the ball in the middle, in between those reds?
Knowing Greg like I do, I would not be surprised if he plays safe here and hides the white. Oh, he can play it as a shot to nothing, can't he?
He's going to try and go for
Play the plant, but keep a safe white just in case.
Leave the snooker just in case. He's missed it,
So he's
but
missed
it,
it.
but
So
he's fine. Left full ball snooker.
So he's going for this because he hasn't called for the total. So he's hitting it hard and praying. Yeah, that's pretty disastrous.
Can't see Greg missing from here now.
Or he can do whatever he wants here.
Yeah.
Not sure where his first pot's coming from though. He's going to play safe, I think, unless he's going to roll it up towards the top left. Yeah, played safe. Obviously, he just wants to make sure of the frame here, doesn't he? Because obviously, he takes this frame. He's got a 2 lead, 5-3 up in a race to 8. And the way both players are playing, that's a good hit. Yeah, good shot. But the black does not pass that red, I don't think.
No, not
So he's, the only way he wins this frame is if he gets an opportunity to fluke the black.
also monstrous skill shot, but that red...
You can't skill that from there. The red's too close to the
impossible-
right jaw.
Impossible in these tables. These tables are so quick.
Could be quicker.
Not as quick as your table, pal. It's just
More speed.
playing
Mate, I've got the
a
need
lot,
for speed.
mate.
Good shot. Nice red.
Nice cue.
Yeah, just played to. I had a feeling he was going to play to flick that. It wasn't the easiest of finishes, was it? It was still a little bit tricky, and you could just tell he didn't like it.
Yeah, hopefully he does pot this. Cause
He's going to plant this.
If he doesn't plant this, he's given Jed another chance when he shouldn't be.
Mr. Declan Brennan behind me, the legend himself. Declan came through his game last night with John McAllister in a final frame decider. 1-11-10. Break dish to finish. Correct, yeah. I saw it whilst I was having a practice. Well played, mate. Good finish. Ran out of position slightly, didn't you? But tidy, mate. Great player, Declan Brennan. Very underrated. So 5-3, Greg. First mistake we've seen in the game by Jed in that one. Shout out to Declan's missus, Ashley. Good morning. The good-looking one of the two. Lachlan disagrees. We're going to win some bets today. Are we going to win some bets today?
That's not the best break. Straighten off.
guys, just had a quick breather. Just had to check on the status of a few bets. See if we're going to win some cash today. Fingers crossed.
He's complaining about the shot, but he can still cue in the middle of the ball.
He's missed it. The errors are suddenly creeping in. And obviously in a race to 8, you cannot afford many errors, because obviously he trails by 3 at the moment. I'm not saying that Greg's going to...
and one half decent snooker career, it could be Greg Batten on the hill.
That's what he's going to play, isn't he? White in behind the black. No, he's going. He's going game, is he? Oh, not now, he's not. Is he going for this? He's attacking. Or is he just screwing off and no, going for it? Great pot. What's he doing here, Ben?
Surely that red can't be skilled. It doesn't look like there's enough...
What, skilled onto yellow?
Yeah, surely it doesn't look like enough gap here.
Yeah, you can make that. If you have a look through the glass there, mate.
That means I've got to stand up, mate.
Yeah, he can play
No,
yeah,
he can.
He can skill that easy. But if he's digging in, he might be playing to go into it. Knocked it out.
Giving him a chance.
I'm not sure I'd have done that. I quite fancied that skilly, to be honest.
To be fair, mate, I would have laid a snooker for her first shot behind the black.
And secured the frame.
Yeah,
definitely.
Frame
And to be honest with you, I'm surprised Greg hasn't done that, because even though he's a great finisher, he's
more
also got a really good tactical game.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Tactical mind.
Even though he can finish these balls, lay the snooker, you know, pretty
the
much
frame that way.
guaranteed the frame, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because even if he would have hit it with where that red was, no guarantee you would have gotten the black anyway. But it looks like he's going all in.
Well, it's going to be off this red down onto the bottom right. That's going to be his positional ball.
He's going to have to play a good one on that red to the bottom right, isn't he?
If he gets the right angle, it's just going to be a natural top of the ball. Obviously, play quite a bit of top, and it's going to come off that cushion. Oh, he's going to screw back.
No, he's not. He's got too much angle, hasn't he? I can't tell. He has got two. He's got two. You know, he has got a fairly reasonable area he can land. If he overdoes it, he's potentially got the red to the middle. No, he's topping it through. That
not
is
good enough.
nowhere near.
And again, that would have been why I would have laid the snooker.
And yeah, that's the problem when you go game in that situation, and you leave yourself with that ball. Like I said, the cloths are reactive, but the way he's played that, he's almost punched that instead of following the cue through, hasn't he?
He's still got a chance, but it's more of a difficult shot.
Yeah, this is a tough shot.
And that's why I said if you would have laid the snooker, you would have guaranteed the
Totally
frame.
agree, mate. Totally agree. Jed sat in his chair thinking, I might be getting a shot here. Whereas this should have been, this should be 7-3. He's nailed it.
Yellow's dropped, but needs to come back up.
That yellow's dropped on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it did.
He didn't flick the yellow, did he?
No.
So does that yellow... I didn't see. Did the white hit the yellow? I didn't clock if the white hit the yellow or if it just fell in on its own. You won't get a replay. He's missed it. He's missed it. Guys, if anyone was watching that, can...
It didn't look like that. I was looking at you,
Did,
Penwell, mate.
yeah, I know, mate. Did the white
your
hit,
eyes, mate.
if whoever's watching that, let us know. Did that yellow get cannoned in by the white?
Great shot.
Or did it just drop in on its own? Ricky Hillier, good morning. Shout out to you, my friend. You are an absolute little Welsh legend. The commentator in the box with me, mate, is Mr. Ben. I've won Ben Tanner. Mr. Ben Tanner. So, yeah, Ben Tanner is in the commentary box with me, mate. And
And there you
He's
go,
had a lucky,
and there you go, Ricky. If you had played the snooker there, you would have guaranteed the frame. You didn't lay the snooker, and you messed it up.
I think what Ricky's saying is, where Ricky's saying as if you'd play the snooker, he's probably saying as if you'd play the snooker penners. There's no way you'd play the snooker.
Oh, you would,
just
mate.
go game.
You don't know safe.
I'd mate, sod playing safe. I would have gone game as well, to be fair. But like you said, the sensible shot was he could have tied him up in knots with 5 or 6 reds on the table, and he'd have secured 7-3. Whereas now 6-4. If Jed now breaks dish, 6-5, and at 7-3, he only needed one more frame.
Yep.
So I think Greg the Batten is probably kicking himself a little bit because he's gone all in attack, and it's
He's just paid the price on that frame.
he has. He's cost himself a bit there. So, correct. What's a snooker? Exactly, Ricky, mate. Me and you don't play snookers, mate. We just go all in. We go all in, pal. We don't need to mess around with snookers. We're not interested in snookers. Absolutely no chance.
That's why you're in the loser's side.
That's why I'm in the loser's side, mate. Good 11-2 victory yesterday morning, and then lost 11-7 to Sean Story last night. His break was unbelievable, mate. White's gone. I only potted off with one of my breaks, Ricky. One break I potted off and lost 11-7. So I actually played all right, mate, but his break absolutely destroyed me. And next game for me, mate, is 2:15. Luckily, it's a nice, easy fixture. I play the winner of Phil Harrison and Lee Clough. Fantastic. Andy Dart, good morning. What do you mean you got no sound, mate? Ricky's got sound because he's chatting away to us, mate. So if you haven't got sound, he has got sound, mate. He's taking a mic.
Play the black onto the yellow, reds are the balls.
Andy Dart's another legend, mate. If I need a referral or a proper serious retip and a cue repair, Andy Dart is the man. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I've got another mate down south, down in the Andover area. Scott Devlin makes some wonderful cues.
Got a mega fit missus as well, Andy Dart. Seriously, she's an absolute worldie. The twinkle worldie, as I call her. Hope you're well, Andy. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're enjoying some of the pool, mate. Been a fairly decent game, this one. Only been a couple of mistakes. Got Jed's looking at me, asking me a question through the glass, but I haven't got a clue what he's trying to ask me, have you?
See, I don't understand why Greg didn't free up that black and go reds. Reds look like the easier ball, but now he's sort of played the safety sort of version, as in get the yellow down there as well, and if he does miss it up, he's got the black covered. But that's a bit negative in that way. Reds did look like the ball if he freed up the black.
Do you think that's a little bit negative because of the mistake in the previous frame?
I think it was, yeah.
He's thinking, hang on a minute, at least if I take yellows, if I do mess it up, there's no way he's clearing up with the black, is he?
No.
So he's probably activated B mode because of what happened in the previous frame, I reckon. Ricky, just give me a comment, mate. Have you still got perfectly good sound on it, mate? Just let me know if you would.
Mic check.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Kapow and Ben Tenner are in the building. Testing.
I don't think they heard you, mate.
I think we're good, mate. I think we're good. They might have switched over to another game.
Boring them that much.
Might have got bored of our commentary, mate. Shouldn't be getting bored of the match. The match has been fairly decent, hasn't it? Been a good game, this one.
It's been good standard.
Uh-oh.
And there we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we've got sound.
We've got sound, have we?
Yeah, we've got sound.
Perfect, mate. God knows how you've got a phone signal in here.
1 bar, mate, that's all I get. I get 1 bar in this little snooker part. I get 1 bar over in Paul Horn and two bars down by the actual bar itself.
Mate, can you see from where you are? Does that yellow?
That yellow does pass,
It
yeah.
does pass the red, does it? So,
it flies in.
so
But
is he going to play the fin snicked to the bottom left, off the bottom cushion, just nudge the black out to stay on his other yellow?
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna try and lay a snooker, try and get that. I don't know if he can hit it thin enough without playing it too hard to put the yellow over the bag and then try and put that white behind the black. Or
He's going for it. He's definitely going for it. Off the cushion, flick the black out, and hopefully stay on the yellow is the plan. Oh, he's missed it.
He's
There
missed
you go.
it.
Told you he's gone for it. Uh-oh.
And again, that's why he ended up going that way, just in case he did mess it up, and now he's in a worse situation.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought reds were the balls. Is Kapow still on commentary duties? Unfortunately, yeah.
Is Kapar? Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
That's not-
Are you doing M?
That's not a bad result.
I am
He's-
in the building, M. Not playing until 2:15, so they've begged me to do a little bit of commentary this morning. Can't blame them. I am the highest paid commentator here. It's standard, standard. I might get myself a free glass of water if I'm lucky. But yeah, no one wanted to do this. There's no one available to do this game this morning, so they asked me if I'd jump on and do it. So why not? Saves me getting drunk before 2:15 when I'm meant to be playing a game, so it's probably a good idea to leave the booze alone.
Oh dear,
Uh-oh.
dear, 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 dear.
Lucky escape for Greg, I think. Lucky to take that one down, because that should have been 6-5. Should have been 6-5. Also, guys, looking at your live chat, who is M? Because I haven't got a clue who you are. So
Obviously
let
know
me know.
you, Kapow.
Let me know who you are. M. Are you M as in M from the James Bond films?
Are you M and M?
Are you Eminem? Are you M? Don't know who you are. Let us know who you are. So, whilst he's racking them up quickly, let's have a quick look at the other results. Happy days. Gareth Hibbert, who's on my betting slip, is winning 7-5, race to 8. Richard Toomey, who's on my slip, has won 8-3.
Jack Whelans came back from John McAllister and beat him 8-6.
He certainly has. Phil Harrison, who's on my slip as well, leads Lee Clough 5-3. Ben Davis has won 8-6, and Matt Lawrenson was 1-8-3. He was on my slip. So on my slip was Lawrenson 1, Hibbert on the hill, Toomey 1, and Harrison 2 ahead. So that is the fourfold this morning.
Oh, Hibbert's just won.
Hibbert's just won. Happy days. So the only person I'm waiting on in me fourfold is Phil Harrison, and then I got to play him next. Are you waiting on that as well? Perfect.
Should put on it. Little 50.
So obviously race to 8. Greg's 7-4 up. A couple of balls left. So if he can take out these 2 yellows and the black, that will be game over. Jed will be out of the competition, and Greg will progress to the next round. Thanks for your assistance, Mr. Tanner. I know you're disappearing for a smoke already. Thanks for helping out, mate. I'll see you in a minute. So that's it, guys. Game over. Greg Batten with an 8-4 victory. Decent game. Definitely a good game. Just those couple of mistakes by Jed, which has probably cost him the match. A couple of mistakes by Greg as well, but obviously got when he made those mistakes, he got let off. So could have been a 7-7 decider, but it's not. It is 8-4. 8-4 to Greg. So he will progress to the next round. There will be another game shortly. Someone will be back with you. Might not be me. Might be somebody else. We'll see what happens. It should say Matt, but apparently it's just a random pool fan. Okay, God knows. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the pool. And no doubt I'll catch up with you in a bit. Tally ho. Kapow over and out.